Well, they say a Renaissance man is a man with many talents and can do many things well, especially in the world of art. Well, a Renaissance motorcycle, and I think the Ninja is a Renaissance motorcycle, it does a lot of things well. It doesn't do one thing exceptionally well and trade away all the other things, trade away comfort, trade away mileage or maintenance or cost of ownership, or that it eats tires for lunch. It's a bike that does everything well. And this is a Renaissance motorcycle. It's the Renaissance Ninja. You can watch it in full 4K. Now, I can remember very clearly the whole winter I spent restoring this bike, and there was no detail I left or took the shortcut on. There's all the carbon fiber work, painting the wheels, everything, all out on the channel now. And I'm so glad I did that, because from time to time people ask me, how did you do that? How did you do it? Just can refer them to the video. It's so nice and handy. But anyway, nice to have the bike. Hope to have it for the rest of my life. But today, I just want to ride it. Now, I am always drawn to bikes that do a lot of things well. It's hard to explain to people that are new to motorcycling. Yeah, you want the fastest bike on the planet. Yeah, you're willing to live with some discomfort here or something that's not practical there, or paying some crazy amount of maintenance on a bike, or a bike that eats the tires up, any number of things. And then you find a bike that does everything just perfectly. And this bike, comfortable, great mileage. You can really lean into a corner. It handles great, doesn't eat the tires, never needs the incredible trips to the dealer for maintenance. It does so many things well. That's why I've named it the Renaissance Ninja. And I appreciate that the amount of engineering that goes into making and designing and fine-tuning a bike that does so many things well. I always think it's a lot easier to make a bike that does one thing real well, and then the hell with comfort and economy and everything else. A Renaissance bike. It's hard to top it. Now, the one thing this bike really does exceptionally well is it feels nimble. It has the feel of being a lot lighter than it is, and has the feel of being a little more powerful than what they advertised. Now, I don't know. The Ninja model, which this is one, was supposed to have 2mm bigger fuel injectors than the standard model. I don't know if that's true. I don't care. The bike's got plenty of power, and it delivers it smoothly, predictably, not like a high RPM bike would, where it's got flat spots and everything. Kawasaki really did their homework and got that part of the Renaissance Ninja perfect, in my opinion. And I've had the habit over my lifetime of jumping on a bike I haven't ridden, and within 5 minutes, I either fall in love with it, or I start thinking, I don't like the seat, I don't like the bars, I don't like this, I don't like that. I like this whole bike. And one thing that's critical to me, and I mean critical, I guess for everybody it is, for me more than most people, I like a comfortable seat. I don't like to have a bike that after an hour, after 2 hours, you start thinking you're sitting on pins and needles or on sandpaper or something. This bike has a comfortable seat. Now, I don't know exactly why. Maybe when they designed this bike, the Ergonomics, they had a test dummy that looked just like me, of my size or weight or whatever. I don't know. But when I sit on this bike, everything is in the right position. I don't have to lean over, bend over, lean back, everything. The bars are a nice width. And I made that seat cal. I wasn't sure I was going to love it. I do love it. And it's just perfect for me. I don't ride passengers, so I just like the look of the seat cal. And the styling of all motorcycles, of course, is in the eye of the beholder. Everybody's got a different opinion. The colors, the shapes, the textures. Some people love flat black. I did this one. I made sure the gold, I mixed the gold for the wheels and the paint trim from one batch of paint, so it would be an exact match. John Pothier and Thomas Luciano helped me with the graphics. Thank you guys. And in the end, I just could not have been happier when I did the final buffing and took the bike out for the first ride. And it seems like a small thing, but it isn't, because they salt the roads here in the winter. And one thing nice about this bike, it's very easy to clean. When you got to use the seam cleaner or after a ride on salty roads, this bike cleans up a lot quicker than all the other ones. And one thing you really appreciate when you fall in love with a bike is the power delivery. When they make, and most of the manufacturers get it pretty close, but they never get it right on the money. The power delivery being linear, smooth, no flat spots in the power band. Now, because all of the modern bikes are basically fuel injected, they can program that, and on some of my modern bikes, yeah, they could have done a little bit better job, maybe not, I don't know. But back in the day when they did this bike, I don't know how they did it or why they did it, or if they had somebody that really knew what they were doing. But I've heard other bikes that the manufacturers say they really got the fueling right. This bike, to me, has the fueling exactly right. And with all that said, it still gets 45 miles a gallon, 46 sometime, 45, 44. It's really good on gas. And I always think, as a motorcyclist, somebody that enjoys riding almost every day, this is just a wonderful part of the country, and I just can't think of any place I'd rather be especially this time of year in the fall, to be in this part of the world. The temperature's perfect. The leaves are just starting to fall. Some of them are starting to change color. It's beautiful. It's going to be beautiful for another month or so. And the roads, until they salt them, and sometimes they don't salt them till after the first snowstorm, it's going to be great. And that's why I call this a Renaissance Ninja. It handles any kind of road well, the slippery road, the rainy road, the dry road, and the Michelin 6s are the best tires I've had. And several of my friends have confirmed this. They have collections of bikes. They'll have a big, powerful bike, a 1000cc bike, and a smaller one. And a lot of times, you reach for the smaller bike. There's something about it. It's lighter, and that nimble feeling in these back roads. I love that nimble feeling, and that the bike isn't getting away from me all the time. And some of the bikes I have that are a lot more powerful, you really have to watch. And this bike, you can kind of relax a little bit, put it in a gear, one gear higher than it has to be, and as soon as you pass the apex, just roll it on. And that's such a nice, on a long ride, on a long day, when you're not racing anybody and not looking to get home in a hurry, it's such a nice feeling to just have that linear power band, nice and smooth. And And I just love the fact that all of the maintenance a bike like this needs is basically backyard mechanic friendly. This is a very easy bike to maintain over the years. Now, I've had people comment, even at meetups and stuff, they look at the bike and maybe they even have one, and they say, what year is that? What model? I never saw one. Hey, when did Kawasaki make that year, that model? When did they make the gold wheels and this and that? And the whole idea when I customized it, and that was a 500 hours of a winter, a whole winter, I wanted it to look like Kawasaki might have made the bike. It's all Bentley black. It's all hand buffed. It all matches. The gold matches. And to me, it's a unique, one-of-a-kind Renaissance Ninja. And I did a track day at Pocono with this bike just to see if it would handle a track well. It was way better than I thought it would be. It was just a ton of fun on the track. And as the years have gone by, this bike just has held up better than I ever thought it would. And it's held up better than me, in fact. But right now, it's time to get back to our beloved farm, our fish, and our bride. And the bike, once I get home and take care of the fish and everything, Karen has got a nice cup of coffee waiting. It's great to be home. Well, I think it's safe to say in every way you can measure a motorcycle. This is a Renaissance motorcycle. It does so many things well. You come back from a ride, it even gets good mileage and low maintenance. There's nothing about it that doesn't make you want to just go riding some more. I had a great ride today. Hope you enjoyed sharing it with us. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please hit the like button if you did, and thank you so much for watching.